Hello, I am Sean Sands from Gamers with Jobs, back with more Kerbal Space Program. Gonna finish out today our Munar base setup, which I've done a little more work on, and I'm kind of on the last stage of here, so might be a bit of a shorter episode. Also, this cold, I cannot shake it. I apologize in advance if I'm sniffling in the background. Just try to ignore it. That's the best. That's the best I can give you. It's not great for me either. It's also not great to do too fast time. I want to do a day. We have a bunch of money in the bank. And this mission, once it's complete, because I think I've got most of... I didn't finish that mission, did I? Did it get finished and I just missed it? Did I have enough? Okay. I thought I wasn't done. Let's take a look at this thing real quick. So you can kind of see, once I have found it, I was able to hook up another... there's no way it's done because you're supposed to have two pilots. But I was able to attach another big old tanker worth of fuel to this station. We have the two scientists there. Let's see. Contract complete. Got that one. That's an orbit. Yep. Science data around the Mun. Explore the Mun. Rendezvous maneuver. Station. Docking maneuver. Okay. So I finished it at some point? We still need to do these then. Okay. Well, we have our space station. So I finished the space station. We're not doing that today. That's all set up. What'll be nice is that this will be a place where if we ever get here and we feel like we don't have enough gas to get home, we can tank up because there is... you got 600 there. I wonder if it counted the monopropellant. Because that's about what I was short. Had 400 here, 1200. That's 1900 if you counted. That's another... We're up to 2500. That's not 4000 though. Maybe it counts the oxidizer. I don't know. Anyway, I guess we did it. Good job, us. I did... I know I took the mission. I remember doing parts of it and getting parts of it back. So, okay, never mind. Well, I think we do a moon landing then and get rid of those missions. And I want to do a little bit Apollo style like we've been talking about. Let's see. Plant flag on the moon. Science data from the surface of the moon. I asked the question if you guys were enjoying the building and launch parts of this, and thanks. I guess it seems like people are happy with that, so we will keep doing that for now. We do have enough science finally where we can grab the Munar excursion module, which is what I want to do. That's a 2-seater, right? How heavy is it? 2 tons. All right. So, how the hell do I build Apollo? Okay. Well, we don't want to start with the base as the Munar excursion module. I guess we'll have a command pod. Because we'll still have one guy left. This will be our re-entry vessel as well. This is where everybody's going to come back in. I am going to put... Do I have bigger payloads yet? Yeah, I'm going to put a payload down here. And we will put science in here. So we'll grab a science junior. That's science. Grab a science junior, put that right there. Grab some mystery goo. Put those right there. Grab some barometers. A barometer. Temperature gauge. All the good stuff. Okay, good. And then we need docking. I mean, we also need, parachutes and stuff like that. So let's go ahead and grab those, put those there. Put another one over here ish. And then the parachutes here and here. That's good. We'll figure out the landing stuff in a little bit. Well, we don't. It doesn't go. The landing stuff doesn't go on here because we want clamp. Nope. There. And then we want another clamp attached to it, right? Right, like that. Where we want the Munar excursion module. Which we'll put there. Now, how much fuel does this have? 54. I wouldn't mind having one of those. That doesn't seem like... I mean, I know it's probably enough. I know it's probably relatively accurate. Which means we need a super, super tiny. But we don't have super tiny. I mean, this is kind of the... No, that's... I think I meant this one. I'm tempted to put a little more fuel on this thing. Just on the side, maybe. Do we have anything small enough so it won't look stupid? Yeah, got it. I don't want to get there and be like, oh no, can't even land. This is really not ideal, but all right. You know what? It'll have to do. Where do they get out? That's the thing I need to know. So let's go ahead and crew up, and I just want to make sure whoever is in this thing can actually get out once we land. So we will transfer crew, Valentina, from here to here. And then Valentina, can you get out? Yes. Where do you get out? Okay, right there. That's good to know. Revert to vehicle assembly. So that's where we need our ladder. We don't have ladder. Yeah, we do. Where are ladders? Utility? Yeah. And we're going to have to rotate. Nope. That's the door. So can we put it right here? And then we need legs. Oh. There we go. As that... actually, I want to make sure... Good. And then they can start retracted. Really need some battery on this thing. Ah! Stop it. So battery, where are you? Here. Never mind. I'm gonna put it on with these. Not over the door. Remember, we want the door. We'll put one here. This looks like a good place where a battery should go. Or wait, that's where she gets out, isn't it? Did I put the thing in the wrong place? We're gonna have to check. I think I did. Transfer crew. Valentina to module. Get out. Yeah. I need to move that. Okay, and I need to rotate. That would have been amazing to get on the moon and be like, oh, I see. I see the problem. So that needs to be fixed. That's the door. So this needs to come over here. I don't even want to mess with it. I don't need it. It's fine. Really don't need the battery. We can't really take any science down, can we then? I mean, we can do the basic stuff. There's no point in taking all this stuff in the storage bay then, because we've gotten most of the science from... Yeah, get out of here. We've gotten most of the science from the orbit of the Mun, and if we haven't, that's fine, because we have a science team up there now that we spent a lot of time working to get. All right. So I'm tempted to say that's it. That's 335 delta V. Is that really enough? Or is that engine just going to be way too much? 335 delta V. That's enough to get down. And hopefully enough to get back up. If this isn't on, why is that not registering as? Probably staging. Yeah, let's see. So this thing is going to be here. There. So that's 815 delta V. Okay. That feels more comfortable. All right, so that's our lunar lander. This is our return stage. So we need engines, or we need fuel. No. What else? There's a number of things we need. Heat shield being first among them. Where are the drogue chutes? I actually want those on a separate stage. Here and here. Good. And then a decoupler. That doesn't seem to be work. That'll work. And then we'll put actually, let's put a fairing on this first. Payload, right? Yeah. Nope. I want the 2.2? 2.5, yeah, I guess so. But no, I actually want the decoupler, then the fairing. Good. Now I want the fairing. I was just there. What other types do we have? We have super gray. We have weird orange. Let's do a gray one. Okay, there we go. And there. Oh, because we have that. Don't want it clipping, and we'll close it off there. That's kind of dumb looking, but it works. All right, so that is the get back to Earth phase. That's the get to the moon phase. Now we need to the return, kind of our basic stage here. No. What size are we looking at here? Yeah, we need the bigger tanks. Every time. Every time. How do I pick the wrong one every time? Okay, fine. I'll just have to... I don't want to do the big, giant tanks. But I will. Just a couple of them. And a really basic engine for this. Not a basic engine, but you know what I mean. Probably not the skipper. Maybe the skipper. 320 ISP in a vacuum. I mean, this is always the winner in a vacuum, isn't it? 1,600 versus 5,300. Yeah, let's just do that. It's heavy, isn't it? 2.5. Well, no, it's lighter. Yeah, I would. That's the one you want then. Do another 2.5 decoupler. So we want to make sure we are This is mostly to, at most, maybe circularize or orbit around the moon to get home. I mean, it's a good amount. Don't get me wrong. It's a ton of delta V. Like, it's 1,800, so you could do a lot of work. You could probably get to the Mun, orbit, get home, and land with that much delta V. But I tend to be wasteful. I mean, that's 100% how I am. I just remembered I want I want a reaction wheel here, and we still need to figure out power. I have not forgotten that. So let's go ahead and do that. Let's put some photovoltaics on there. Get a couple like that. Get a couple of batteries, and that's probably more than enough. Do I want RCS on this bit? I might. Might as well put the RCS there. Oh God, I'm going to pick it wrong. I think it's this one. Yeah, good. I can always just look at the fuel. Like, there are 10 ways that I can tell to make sure. And then we'll put some RCS thrusters up here. Somebody pointed out I really don't need to be wasting my RCS in the atmosphere, so I will take that to heart. Thank you, as always, for your suggestions. Did that not go up? I thought I put those up. Yep, those. Which ones are these? Oh yeah, last stage. And which one are these? Okay, good. All right, next, sort of the more main stage. I already have a decoupler there, don't I? Yes, I do. Don't need to double decouple. That's just solid advice from your old friend, Uncle Sean. I'm not your uncle. I'm just not. Let's see. Yeah, we're going to do these. Because it's just time. I'm going to throw one of these in. Because I always like to. Orbiting stage, I think. So again, I might do another Wolfhound here. Just has, I mean, it really has weak thrust. It's basically a fancy poodle engine. It's a slightly better thrust in a vacuum. It's obviously much better efficiency, but it is just so painfully weak. I need to upgrade my stuff and get better things. So I'm going to put a slightly more expensive one on here. And then our launch stage. And we'll need to put some more RCS on, obviously. Not obviously. If I'm not using RCS on the liftoff, then I don't. So this is going to be our sort of skipper stage. We're only up to 3,700 delta V, which is not a ton. I mean, kind of miss the days of like 9,000 delta V. I'm just stacking these on like they're free candy. So let's keep doing it. And then we will put our mainsail on the bottom of that. Takes us up to 6,000. That is gross. It's too many. That one ought to fix it. I don't know. It does. It feels better to me. It's a big old monster, isn't it? Would it be better? I want to try it. Well, we talked about trying those, what do you call them? These engine plates. That is too big. That is too big. All right. Let's see, what can we put on here? I don't know if it'll help with delta V or not, but we can take some of these. Wait, how is there... Sea level 290, I mean, when compared to something like... I mean, that's pretty good, right? I mean, even the mainsail is only 285 at sea level, so... Can we put a... We don't have room for a couple of these, though, do we? We could put them on the side like that. What will happen if we try... I mean, will they just break if they're that close together? Will they even work? Don't think we want to do that. We could get a much larger engine plate. Maybe a bunch of swivel engines? No, their ISP is 250. What's really good? I mean, those are the really good ones. Could try some. Well, it's just a giant one. Nice vectoring. Crap. Thrust. By comparison. Now, what about these bad boys? Maybe. 265 ISP. Let's move them up a little bit. And in. All right, we're going to try. I just want to see if this blows up if I try and do it. It doesn't, obviously, it doesn't have the thrust to weight ratio we need in the long run, but I want to use new parts. This is going to be the Juno 5 eventually, so we'll go ahead and save that as that. Someday I'll not have a cold. Someday. Just want to see what this does. It's not going to go off the ground, but I mean, it will topple right over, so they don't blow up. Okay, we don't need to see that. That would be a tragedy. Let's see it. Okay. Yeah, we'll try that. I don't know. Might be a bad idea. Let's get some more on there, though. Well, wait a minute. We haven't used... let's get... Nope. I just want to see if it's even worth it. Haven't used these for a while. Put a bunch of engines on the bottom. Nope, this is always bad. Never put that there. This goes down. And skippers? No, too big. Poodles, also too big. I already know that. More Kodiaks? What would happen? What is their thrust? 208 versus a swivel, which is... So they're basically vaguely fancy swivels. These will never... I mean, those will never work, but just out of curiosity, if those were all together at the same time... You'd be looking at 1.46. Total delta V is still only 6,200. And I don't think putting the fuel lines onto would do any benefit. Particularly if they don't go. A measly additional 100 delta V. Yeah, that's dumb. Don't do that. Do something better. I know I'm being wasteful on money here. I'm not trying to be efficient. This is your opportunity to go good, because ain't happening so far. What else could we do? We could... Which I think we've done this a couple of times already. Doesn't mean it's wrong. Just means it's familiar. If we had those like that, and what would we put on them? This might be skippers? No, too big. There's not enough. This just really feels like good launch alternatives. These are better in space anyway. I love their vectoring so much. Those are better. And honestly, these are better in a vacuum too. I know that. I don't think we want to do a mammoth. Do we? Out of curiosity, what if we did a mammoth right here? It's too big. I don't want to do it. Let's go back to these. Turn that off. Get them back in there. Sea level 290 at sea level, 280 at sea level, 285 at sea level. I don't want to put a bunch of... If we did skippers. Not very efficient. Hey, we have turbofans. Okay, I'm way overthinking this. Let's just do something. And we're gonna move that down and back out, please. I do kind of hate how, actually, that always makes me nervous having these things as high up as they are sometimes. Okay, so that gives us 6,700. And what is it without them? Oh, because they're not in the same, they're in the wrong spot. There we go. Gives us 6,600. Really? We're only getting 200 delta V out of those things? No, we're never going to get rid of our engine plate. Why is that a thing? Like, we'll do that. And we will activate that engine with that. Right? Yeah. So we get 1,000 to 4,000 to 6,000. We're just cutting that off. Okay, let's see. What else? Maybe just put some solid boosters on it and call it a day and see if we can't get there. Again, we can refuel around the Mun, right? So maybe I'm overthinking it to that degree. Put some solid rocket boosters on this baby, send it to the Mun and call it a day. Let's get this thing going. Yeah, that is what we're going to do. Put a couple of these things on. Everybody loves those things. That goes here. They all fire at the same time. That gives us 7,000 delta V. I mean, it's incremental, but it's what it is. This is how I get myself in trouble, by the way. Nope, that's not what I wanted. Is I start to get bored with thinking about it. And like, I'm sure this is fine. Like, it hasn't been fine yet, Sean. Every time you've done this, you've been gotten halfway up and went, oh, if I thought about it for 5 minutes, I'd figure out, whatever the is. It's always something. All right. That's a very heavy rocket. Very heavy, very expensive rocket. It's going to be so wobbly. Let's put some additional struts on just to kind of see if we can't stabilize it somewhat. Staging. You go up there, everything fires at once, then we disconnect the solid boosters, then we disconnect the liquid boosters, then we fire the next stage. What is this? What is this? What are you? Who are you? That's the engine plate. Okay, the engine plate can go at the same time. I don't care. I'm sure there's a good reason why the engine plate is also a decoupler. I just don't know what it is. The fairings we'll just do on our own. These we probably won't stage for the most part. That is the last thing, actually. This is going to be below here. And this actually needs to be its own stage, because that's going to come as part of our decoupling. Well, that's gross. Okay, I got to do that again. How do I do it again? I want to do it again. We'll just do that. And payload, right? Yeah. Nope. Doesn't need to be that huge. I want to get it right up on it. There we go. Okay. Still not gorgeous, but works for me. See if we can get it to the moon. Yeah, I'm ready. I think. The launch is always the disappointing part. I mean, it's not disappointing. Okay, what did I forget? I forgot stuff, didn't I? Nope. I have got power. I've got a heat shield. I've got fuel, so I mean, there's that. I even remembered when did I put on Kerbal Engineer? Did it just do it for me? Like, hey, Sean, you forgot this. You always forget it. Don't worry about it. We got you, buddy. It's on there somewhere, I guess. Well, only one way to find out. In 3, 2, 1. Ooh, she's heavy, but she moves at least. Gotta throttle down a bit. Yeah, those are all those engines at the bottom are going, which is nice. I am not remotely thinking about trying to turn this thing till the solid fuel is gone. I have learned that lesson enough times. I'm not learning it again. Arguably, I've never learned it. But, oh, Bill. It's fine, Bill. Oh, seems real heavy and real slow. Come on, Bill. Have a little faith. Valentina loves it. Jeb's in his happy place. Come on, Bill. Pull it together. I feel like Bill has seen all the alternate futures that all the alternate realities where his friends have gone, just like 5 minutes ago when the rocket just tipped over. And we're going to throttle up, drop the solid, and now we're going to begin to bring her around. Come on. All right, you big, heavy monster. You gigantic beast. Turn, damn you. Oh, and that's gone. Oh, come on, don't you do it. Hold on. Come on, turn it. God, we're still going straight up. This is so gross. Bring her around. Come on, you can do it. You dumb, gigantic. God, what is that? I can't even tell what it looks like. Looks like one of those things you would break a car window with. Oh, I cannot believe how unwieldy this thing is. Flying a brick. There we go, though. Come on. At least we're not having nearly as much air to fight. Are we finally... It's been a while. I'm not sure that we were accelerating for a while there. Come on, get in line. I'm really looking forward to this stage actually being gone. There you go. And just ease into it. Take it easy. There we go. All right. We've stabilized. She likes to turn. All right. So we are on our way, sort of. These engines are nice and efficient. We have a lot of, I say a lot of fuel. At least, I think we will be in orbit at around, with around, maybe as much as 3,000 left. Maybe not. We are struggling to push that needle up, though. Starting to make some speed now. Things will get better after we have jettisoned this monster stage of ours. Stop turning over. I'm pushing to the left. Stop turning. You can only fight so much. There we go. Finally getting just a little bit of lift on it. And that's it for that stage. Jettison and go. All right, there we go. Now we have some control again. Okay. Come on. God, we're not even going to have 3,000 Delta V in the tank. Again, it's fine. We can refuel. We have a decoupler, or not a decoupler, a docking port, so we can dock with our moon station if we need to. All we have to do is make it to the moon, and get in orbit, and get to the docking station, obviously, as well. But that should be doable. And we have 2,800 in the bank. And we're good. We're going to... Oh, and we're very close, actually, to just having our orbit once we reach up here. We'll need less than 150 more Delta V to circularize. God, we're still only 56,000 meters up. All right, so this will get us, that's going to drop 780 minus 118. Going to be about, what, 660-ish? Yes, around 660, which means we're going to need another 200 out of our next stage to get to the Mun. But again, that should be fine. I'm just kind of targeting our, locking in on our node here, and get to space soon. Here we come, space. Very slowly to space, and space. All right. Now we can go a little faster. 3, 2, 1. We definitely don't want to sail past it, but it's only a 7-second burn. And we'll finish circularizing our orbit. Good, good, good. That's good. All right. Whew. Made it to orbit. We don't have 3,000 Delta V, but we do have 2,600. So we want to get to the Mun. Our node needs some fixing. So we will make a maneuver. I always go the wrong way. Again, sorry for the gross. I'm not in perfect health noises. I hope it's not too distracting. If it is, I may have to kind of bail for a day or two until I'm back to full health. But hopefully that won't be a big deal. I'm just always super aware of Like, I hate kind of watching a video and just something distracting in the video that could have just been, you could have just not done that, and it always throws me off. It's fine. It'll be fine. We'll drop it down. We only need 37 delta V, and timing of that is not absolutely critical. Good. Okay, there we go. And now we need our burn to the mun. Zip. Get the most out of our burn that we can. Come on. There we go. 850 delta V. So, yeah. Be down to about 1300 in that, but that should be plenty. We will warp to the maneuver. And we'll go. It's going to be really interesting seeing how this idea of a lunar lander works. It's not super light, right? It's like 2 tons. So I mean, slowing it down is not going to be a no-brainer either. And actually, we'll want to start burning right away, pretty much, because that's going to be a long burn. Sort of right at the target. Nope. It just had the node information wrong. There we go. Now we can burn. Or the burn time wrong. Once we've done this, I think the next, so this is sort of the big one. This is the one we've been building up to for a while, right? Having a Apollo-style lunar lander, finishing our Munar missions. I never blew off the fairing. I'm an idiot. Why am I like this? Get out of here. And complete our burn. It probably didn't make a big difference, but that's weight I'm carrying. This thing's hard to control. It is an unwieldy vehicle, even at this stage. There we go. I want to be right on it. There we go. Are we crashing into the mud? Probably. Just a little bit. Turn around and go retrograde a bit here. See if we can't eke that out a little bit. Okay, 30,000 works for me. Are we coming in on the weird side? The weird side. I know what I mean. Don't worry about it. Let's get closer and see. That just looks like a really weird encounter that I've... Yeah, what is this? What did I do? I mean, we'll end up orbiting kind of correctly? What did I do? That is the weirdest encounter I think I've ever had with the Mun. We're just kind of loop-de-looping there. Oh, that's so wrong. I did it wrong. It's fine. As long as we're not crashing. Okay, well that looks more normal. Yeah, that looks a lot more normal. What was that all about? We will do a quick save. We need to deploy our panels. And deploy those. Good. We'll get close to the periaps. Zipping around our little... God, if we wanted to have an encounter with our Munar station. Like, we're right in the vicinity. Look at us right in the ballpark of that thing. Minute 52. I don't think we'll need that long. Warp here. 50 kilometers. Closing. Well, not much more because we're frankly just going to pass it right up. Let's see. Bring that down to, well, I mean, the 30,000 area is going to be fine. Get a little closer to the periap, so we're putting it right on. And 30K. I mean, we really are right on it, kind of. What are our missions again? It's all from the surface. There's nothing in space near the Mun, right? Yeah. All right. Well, we've got a lander. It doesn't have a ton of Delta V, but hopefully enough to get us down. If not, all we need to do is land. If you know, worst comes to worst, I can mount a rescue mission on my own. I could have probably put this thing down by refueling it and then coming around if I had to, which would be a weird way to do it, but it would work technically. So, I mean, I feel like we have all the tools here to make this mission successful. It just may not be by the books. And then again, so far, which of mine have been? Have we done the Highlands before? Crew report. Yeah, we clearly have. All right. I think that's going to do it for this episode. We are in the middle of our Munar mission to land and complete our plant the flag and transmit and recover science, and then I'm kind of done with the Mun, you guys. I'm kind of done with it, and we'll go on to something different, like Duna. Let's go ahead and grab real quick our science from Minmus. We haven't been to visit our team on Minmus for a while. Let's go see how they're doing. They're the Juno 4 mission. And they're just working away. Bob and Steph. Science team. Just even leaning the same way. They're so happy. They get to do all kinds of cool stuff. And at some point when we've used up the science, we actually have 1100 Delta V. And we can just take this to another biome and do more work there. But we have 123 science. Yeah, transmit that. Can we level up the crew? No. No connection available, so we need to wait till Kerbal is facing us again. There we go. Now can we level up the crew? No. Well, okay. Transmitting our science. Boop, 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 boop. Tanking up on all that science. And we still have 353.3, rounding up, science left to do at a rate of 5 and roughly 6 per day. So good. We can also go to, technically we can go to our Munar station as well. And we should have a little science there to grab. 6. Well, okay. Level up crew? Probably not. Transmit science? Space Center. So that gives us how much science then? Can we get something cool? Have 144. We cannot get something cool. We can get something small. We can get miniaturization. Didn't I want this recently? No, I didn't. There's the smaller docking port. It was here. And I missed it. Propulsion systems. This is what I wanted. I wanted that spark engine probably is what I wanted for our Munar lander. But too late now. So we're so close to 160. I don't want to blow it with something else. These are cool. Dumpling tank. There's our little donut tank, and having an extra one of those would have been nice too. Yeah. Anyway, that's going to do it for this episode. As always, thank you for joining me for Kerbal Space Program. We are going to wrap up our Munar mission next time. We're going to land on the moon, and we're going to get home safely, and it's all going to go fine. It'll go just fine. Absolutely fine. Until then, as always, my name is Sean Sanders. Thank you for joining me, and we will see you again real soon.